Welcome to Last Call. It's Super Bowl Sunday, guys. We made it to the end of the season. I'm going to try not to cough this entire show today, so bear with me. And we're going to get all your questions answered because that's what we do here. You guys have a question, you drop it in the chat. Your participation is mandatory. We got VR up first, John Murray from the Westgate Superbook, and Andy Lang to answer all your prop questions because that's pretty much what the show is going to be. We have spoken ad nauseum about the side and total. If you didn't know, I'm on the Eagles. If you didn't know, there was sharp bets placed on the under. If you didn't know that some big bets came in on the Eagles, you guys have been living under a rock. But we're going to get with VR first. He just said off air, they had a really interesting bet come through just as we were starting the show. I can't wait to hear it. VR, real quickly, before we get into that, your steam room today, starting at 12:30 Eastern, which is in 30 minutes, is free for everyone.
I said open it.
Right?
I said open it. Just open it up. Just open it up. It's not going to piss anybody off. Everybody that subscribes to me already got the play, already got down on the best lines. But there's so many props I still want to go over. And I know everybody has their own opinions. So I want to go over all the stuff that I bet because there hasn't been a year that I bet this many props, Kel, honestly, that I don't remember since back like when I was on the strip and we would do a lot of middles. I think maybe because it's a coin flip type of game, they're just finding a bunch of really good props. But I have like 3 pages of props that I've been betting over the last 2 days. And it was like at 1.5 pages leading into 2 days ago. And over the last 24, 36 hours, it's just been getting hit left and right with nothing but props. So yeah, this is the perfect prime time to have a super open steam room. So please join me. You'll have more than enough time to go to all the parties. The kickoff isn't until 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. We'll be out of there by noon Pacific time. So you have more hours to get out there. We got a lot to get to. Real quickly, we did bet Memphis. We just bet Memphis minus 13.5 in college basketball. It's the only college basketball pick. They bet George Washington earlier at 5.5. I didn't love it, so I didn't release the subscribers, but I did just release the Memphis side. Didn't want to forget that because I know it's all about football.
Yeah, it's not all about football. I'm going to ask John Murray about some college basketball. We still have games tipping off here in just a little bit. Football is exciting, but that's later on tonight. We got to have some stuff to do in the interim.
Real quickly, speaking of John Murray, I will be at Westgate. Thank you to Kelly, who less than 24 hours before kickoff was able to secure me a spot at the place that I wanted to be, probably more than anywhere else. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, there's where the real gamblers are. I don't want to be on this strip with the prima donnas that are here for the weekend and all they're betting the Super Bowl and can't even tell you, pretty much nothing would have happened in the season. So I will be with the real people, my people, at the Westgate. I want to thank Kelly for making that happen and John Murray. I greatly appreciate you both. Greatly appreciate you both. And I was so upset, Tatiana Suarez. I gave her out as a 5% Kelly at even money. And she was up to like minus 160 on fight night. Every time she dropped to 140, someone else pounded her. Like that, someone sharp pounded her backed up to 150 or so. It just shows you could place a great bet. And I know it don't seem like a great bet when it loses, but I promise you, if you could lay -1, if you could get pick'em in the NFL and it goes off at -3, you made a great bet. And last night we had an even money bet that closed about 150, and she happened to just get destroyed, not get the job done. I can't go out there and fight for them. I can't call the fights. I can't throw the football, but I could find inefficient lines. That's my job. And I think if you get down on even money and it closes 150, you found a pretty inefficient number. I had to get that out of me before we just get into Super Bowl. I needed that you were like my psychiatrist this morning. So thank you.
Yeah, I saw that this morning that we lost. That was frustrating, but you're right. It's all about pricing, right? So I did not get a pick 'em. I listened to John Murray say that they had bet him. They had bet her earlier as well. And sometimes that's when you got to know, you got to just lay off. Like, hey, you know what? You missed the number. It's about showing discipline. But I wanted a reason to be able to watch that fight. And then I went to bed early. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is. If you guys want to hang out with VR on the Steam Room, that is going to be in about 25 minutes. WT.buzz/S0209. That is for February the 9th. Today's